Right folks, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Lee the Evil Wizard. Welcome! In today's video we're going to take a look at some hardware today. Even though we're sat at the PC, yes, we're going to look at some hardware. And in this video we're going to take a look at the NuX Trident. So let's check this out. Yeah, I bought the NuX Trident at the Birmingham Guitar Show. Yes, it's NuX, it's not NuX. I did get told off for that once. One of the guitar shows last year. But anyway, so if you saw the Birmingham Guitar Show video, you may have seen me try this out. I like what it was doing, so I thought, you know what, not only did I get one, Papa Wizard got one as well. We got it slightly cheaper than what retail is, because at guitar shows you do get stuff a slightly bit cheaper. These are his words, not mine. He got his money's worth on that first evening that he's tried it. I think he was messing about for about five and a half hours. Although at one point he did think he'd blown it up. Oh dear. What he'd done is knocked the noise gate on, and it just took everything out. Anyway, let's have a look at this thing. So we'll switch to camera 2. So this is unit itself. It is a sort of an amp modeler, but it's sort of laid out like a bit of a analog. So we've got all separate controls up here for different pedals. So you've got reverbs, delays, mod, effects, and down here you've got your boost. Now, these three buttons here are to switch between your different patches, and these buttons here are to go up and down. And you can also do that with this, but it doesn't round robin, so you can only go up. You can't go all the way around. Whereas with the switches, it does round robin. All sorts of different types of delays and reverbs. You've got tape, digital, plate, hall. In your mods, you've got chorus, tremolos, phasers, and in your effects, you've got pressers, filters, and pitches. And then these buttons here are your amp controls. So you've got gain, level, bass, middle, treble, and presence. And then buttons here are for switching different things off. So you've got noise gate, switch the amp on and off, cab, EQ. If you decide to sort of make your own tones, you can go save it with that button. And this button here is for selecting your different parameters. I don't know if you can see, hopefully you can see that. So you can go into all the different sort of parts and select those. And then to get back to your main screen, you just press the select button. But you also can download some software, which we've got here as well. Now, to get this software, all you do is you do a Google search for NuX Trident, and you go onto the Trident page, and once there, go all the way down to the bottom, press support, and you've got all your manuals there, different firmwares. Now, I've not upgraded the firmware yet. I will do that in another little video. This is the actual software itself, and then you've got your ASIO drivers, because you can actually use this as an interface and do reamping with it, which is pretty cool. But again, we're going to show that in a different video. So what we'll do in this video is I've got it hooked up into the computer just as a normal input into my DAW. We're just going to go through some of the inbuilt presets. We might tinker around with some of them as well. So we'll start off on number 1 using the Charvel. This is the Soldano. Can switch the effects off either on the pedal itself or in the software, which is pretty cool. So yeah, you can change the parameters either on the unit itself, switch them on and off, either on the unit or in the software, and then you can save them as you please. Now, here's a list of all the amps that's included in the software. There's a list of all the cabs, and you can load your own IRs in there. Here's a list of all the overdrives or drive pedals. You can have EQ in the front, and there's a couple of different EQ pedals. Modulation, so you've got all sorts of different things in there: choruses, flanges, detunes, tremolos, etc. And then effects, compressors, harmonizers, pitch benders, wahs, and all that good stuff. And then you've got a noise gate at the front. You've only got one option there. And you can put expressions pedals in. It has also got an effects loop built in, so you can put your own favourite pedals in there, whether it be overdrives, choruses, flanges, delays, etc., etc. All sorts of different type of delays there, and reverbs. Any of the effects you can actually move about on the screen or in there. See, this is only one thing I have found. The parameter level does keep going down sometimes. I have found that when we're messing about. Anyway, now let's have a play about with a few of the presets. Right, so we'll start off with the first one on the list, the Soldano lead. If you just want to choose that for your sort of main rhythm tone, just switch the delay off. There is some reverb in there as well, but there's not a lot. And then just switch. So, let's have a look at number 2. So this is a bit of a cleany one. Just like we got in front of that. Oops. So we've got a bit of chorus going off in front of there as well. So let's keep down a couple. So we've got metal recto. Oh, some heavy blues. Some heavy. That said, it's an Uber. I'm presuming that's among the Ubershop. Also, you've got all sorts of different microphones. So that's a U87, a 57. And you can move the mics about a bit. So that's in the middle. You've got centre. So yeah, that's a bit more fizzy. And then right at the edge. It's a bit darker. And in the middle, you sort of got a balance of the two. So, like I said, we'll just flick through some of these. So we've sort of got a harmonizer in there. Which I think is pretty cool. Let's have a look what we do. Not just going to look at the metal ones. Some deluxe reverb. Got a booster JCM. That says, can't quite see fully on there, but on the screen on the unit it says Pete Boot. I think that's Pete Thorne, if I remember rightly. I think Pete Thorne's done a few of these presets. Very dry, there's no effects on with that. That's sort of got some bluesy vibes to it. I've got a Match DC30. I've got a Diesel VH4. I've got a rectifier, got a bit of delay on that as well. this is what it sounds like without the delay on. Now, if you get one that think, oh, yeah, liking that, but I just want to change some of the parameters, like I say, you can either do it on the screen or you can do it on the unit itself. And when you move them on the unit, the screen does adjust. So that's the base. Boost on. I'm going to change it for a typical tube screen. With it being a rectifier, they're known for being quite bassy. And then if you want to save the lights, you can either press and hold the select button or you can do it from inside here. Let's have a look at a few more. Another diesel one. Bit of JCM 800. So that's got a bit of a different EQ on it. So you can either have a parallel EQ or a 7-band EQ, which is pretty cool. Let's go down a bit. Let's have a... Oh, look at that. Some Vox with a bit of rotary. This is a bit of a, what they're calling a gritty one. So it looks like it's got a bit of a Fender Deluxe in there, Fender Reverb, with a bit of a... different modulations and delays in there. What's that mod? Yeah, looks like it's got a bit of a chorusy thing going off in there. Another rectifier one. So ambient. Tridents. Really super clean. There was one I found the other day. Where's it again? So yeah, there's a few of the inbuilt presets within the NuX Trident, and that's going straight into the PC. As you see, you can change some of the parameters in there and have a little mess about and play with and get a sound that you want. Now, I'm going to do other videos on this because I think it's definitely worth it. Now, this thing, in fact, let me switch it all off. This thing, he's built like a tank. That is a solid unit. It's not a cheap plastic unit. Yes, actually no, the base is metal as well. But that top unit is absolutely, he's built like a tank. Absolutely solid. And yeah, there's all sorts of different presets in there that are a good starting point, and then you can sort of tweak it to your own liking or pick a combination of what you want. Say maybe a rectifier or a diesel or that Ubershaw, and instead of pairing it with its own standard cab, say pair it with a Marshall cab and not necessarily a V31, maybe a Greenback or the T75s, and then you can add your own effects as you will. Let me know what you think about this down in the comments. So yeah, I will leave links to the NuX website where you can have a read up about it from yourselves. Like I say, I've got other videos planned. One's going to be sort of showing how to do the firmware upgrade, because I've not done that yet. I'm still on firmware 1 here, so we will do that. I want to do videos showing what it's like going using a power amp and into a cab, which if you do that, don't forget you've got to switch the cab section off on there. Like I say, with that ASIO driver, you can use this as an audio interface, and you can either record from this itself, like either play and record from this, or as I've got it set up like this, you can record like this, or you can use it to actually reamp tracks. And yeah, I've been having a mess about with that. We're getting some interesting results. One will be either coming up very shortly, or you may have seen that video, or you've heard that song by the time this video comes out. Got a bit of a JCM sound to it. I'm not going to say any more. But yeah, so far, I'm actually really liking this. Let me know what you guys think about it down in the comments. And look out for those other videos coming out shortly. And if you want to grab yourself some Evil Wizard merch, there's a link to the merch store down in the description. But that's all from me, folks. I will catch you in the next one. Right, folks, I hope you enjoyed that video. You can follow me on social media, and you can get my music online. And if you want to support the channel, there's Buy Me a Coffee and PayPal links. They're all down in the description. Click up here to subscribe and click the link down there for videos that you may not have seen. Keep it loud and keep it heavy.